Christmas movies are very funny to me. How they have achieved this kind of like immortality, this repeating relevance that usually is only reserved for like cult classics and the best movies. But no, Christmas movies, even low budget Christmas movies, get to achieve this. And they will make an appearance and they will be seen by people year after year. And, I love that because normally a movie will come out, it'll premiere, maybe it moves to streaming, whatever, and then just disappears from existence. And as an actor where you put years of your life into something, it's kind of hard to watch something just fade away, but c'est la vie, But with Christmas movies, it's funny because it's different. Every November, December, like clockwork, I'll start getting like periodic DMs from strangers who happened upon this movie, A Fall City Christmas. And they'll reach out because they are touched and they'll just say hi or they'll say something really sweet and nice. And, that's great. Maybe they realize that a small indie movie is performed by small indie actors and they're just regular people with day jobs and you can reach out and say hi to them. But I love it. But it's interesting because this particular movie was filmed in what is just unequivocally the worst time of my entire life. A very, very dark chapter for me. My physical health had never been worse than it was while we were filming the movie. And my mental health was also worse than it ever has been and hopefully ever will be. I was in a very tumultuous relationship with my existence. And the physical health, you can see it. If you watch the movie, you can hear it. I couldn't breathe through my nose at all. So I had polyps in my sinuses and the polyps just grew and grew and grew until it got to a point where just like you can't breathe through. I couldn't breathe through my nose at all. And I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but when you can't breathe through your nose, you cannot sleep through the night. You'll wake up every hour and a half or two and just have to pound water because your mouth is so dry. You're not supposed to breathe through your mouth when you sleep. And anyway, so I couldn't breathe through my nose for about a year, which just led to some intense sleep deprivation, which probably exacerbated the mental health stuff, as well as a litany of other things going on, both physical with my lungs, but also just in my life. And I think experimentally suicidal. I guess that's a weird way to put it, but just it was a rough chapter of my life, to say the least. And when you film a movie, it's like this dark chapter that's very viscerally well documented. Cameras pointed at me, capturing me at the very worst point in my life. And I get to be reminded of that every season. 'Tis the season. People reaching out to me, talking to people on the crew, new trailers. We're moving to new streaming platforms, new views, new money. It's not going to fade from existence for a long time because it's a Christmas movie. And it's just so peculiar and hilarious to have this like very acute awareness and relationship with just the worst time of my life. I get to see it every November and December. And you can feel it in the movie. Anyway, so I love it. I love that I get to talk to my, castmates and the people on the crew. It was a fun experience filming it. I was so desperate with all my DIY remedies, neti pots medicine to try and fix things. But, it's also painful to watch it as an actor because it's just like my voice was so compromised by my health that it's just kind of cringy for me to watch, to feel like I could have performed better. But anyways, there's these layers to it, but it's just hilarious that Christmas movies have this like magical superhero ability to just like keep rising from the grave, just like zombie status. Just the layers of complexity about that particular time of my life and being the lead in this movie. It's interesting. Year after year after year to think about all this stuff. But so anyway, if you're hungry for a Christmas movie this season, A Fall City Christmas, now on, what are we on now? Amazon Prime, I think, Tubi, YouTube. If you want to watch an actor who can't breathe through his nose and is incredibly apathetic and depressed, go watch A Fall City Christmas, and you can enjoy the meta layers of it, the movie itself and what you now know as the backstory. Go have fun.